guys? Elastic over here. Today I just want to hit you all with a Star Wars The Last Jedi movie review. Right off the gate, I think this movie is excellently shot. Looks very good. Pretty good. The director's name. Alright, so the director is Ryan Johnson. I didn't even know that, but he's also the guy that directed The Looper, which I really like that movie. It's really good. Um, so this movie I think it's very good visually speaking. A lot of people that are very hardcore Star Wars fans, I feel like, are gonna dislike this movie because it disregards everything that The Force Awakens kind of opens up as what's this, what's going on with this, and it doesn't answer it in this movie. If anything, it leaves you with more questions by the end of it. That being said, this movie is still a fun ride if you can kind of shut that part out and just visually it looks amazing. There's a lot of cool stuff that they do with like risks and stuff they take. This is going to be spoiler free, by the way, and I greatly appreciate them for taking risks and stuff instead of following like a cookie cutter build. Going for like Revenge of the Sith or whatever, or something like copying the. A lot of people complain of Force Awakens copies the last, New Hope or whatever. So other than that, I think it's a really solid movie. I know people are gonna tear this movie apart when people have seen it a couple or two or three times, and they're gonna say like, "Oh, what? Well, this wasn't answered, and this wasn't answered, and this wasn't answered, and what about this? And now this is up here, and what? Where did this come from? And all this other stuff." Um, so if you're a very hardcore Star Wars fan, you're probably gonna leave the movie with a lot of questions and be massively disappointed. And that's just the way it is sometimes. It's like sex. Sometimes you're just gonna be disappointed. So anyway, for me, my verdict, I think it's a pretty solid movie. I still give it. A lot of people are gonna say The Force Awakens is better. But this movie runs for 2 hours and 30 minutes, and for me, it was like pretty fast paced the whole time, and there's only like a slow part for a little bit, and I believe that's necessary for character building and stuff like that. There is a subplot in this movie which I think they could have done without or made it shorter, way shorter, because it kind of just dragged on and on and on and on and on, and I wanted to see more of Rey being trained by Luke Skywalker. Basically, I would like to see more of that. So, uh, really, they only had to fix like a couple things, and this would have been a really solid movie, and it would have pleased everybody. But you can't please everyone. They took a lot of risks. Applaud them for taking those risks. A lot of movies would just follow the same formula, and it is good to see where it's going to be interesting to see if the last film, episode 9, will advance the story, or at least kind of tie it off in a bow or something, or if they're setting this up for another trilogy, which uh, I mean, it's cool, I guess. I like Star Wars. I like to see a lot more Star Wars, coming out like for years and years to come. But I would like Episode 9 to kind of like tie off at a nice point. So if they don't make another trilogy, that's where it stops. So, and you'd be satisfied, because right now there's a lot of questions, and J.J. Abrams is going to be doing Part 9. And damn, he's gonna have his hands full. I ain't gonna lie. He's gonna have his hands full. So anyway, guy in front of me, guy behind me in the movie theater, right? He's like, telling me to move my head or something, and I'm like, so I turn around, and he's like, "Hey man, what's your name?" And I was like, "Who's asking?" And then he was like, "Is your name Dickface?" And I was like, "Dickface? Like what?" And I was like, "Take a fucking walk, pal. Take a fucking walk. Like seriously, man. You must like live in your fucking mom's shoebox or something up in the basement. Take a fucking walk, you fucking Rogue One, Last Jedi, fucking glow in the dark condom, fucking crossing swords with your buddy in the fucking bedroom with the lights off and fucking glow in the dark stars on the wall, you faggot. Anyway, I give this movie a solid 7.5. 7.5 inches erect. So, hope you guys enjoy the movie. If you let me know in the comments down below what you think about this movie. And as always, this is Last Cobra signing out.